Hey y'all, let me tell you something a lot of people are not gonna say out loud. When the Bears are winning, the violence in the city feels a lot different, right? I ain't talking about on the spreadsheets, I ain't talking about on the 7 o'clock news. I'm talking about where the city actually begins, right? In the mood, in the stress, in the energy, in the motivation of the people, man. It's like something shifts. Something shifts. If you ever lived in Chicago during the Bears winning season, you already know what I'm about to say. When the Bears are winning, people start to talk different, they walk different, they dress different. Look, I saw somebody the other day, they was wearing a Lance Briggs jersey in Chinatown, man, right? Hey, it don't matter if you're on 79th and Cottage, on Pulaski, you could be in Little Village, in Austin, Uptown, Chatham, it don't matter, man. When the Bears are winning, it's like we take a deep breath together at the same time as a city, and we remember who we are, right? We're a tough city, man. We're a proud city, right? We're a complicated city, but we're a beautiful city when we believe in ourselves, y'all. We're a beautiful city when we believe. And guess what? I came to tell you there's a science behind that feeling. That's right, there's a science behind that feeling, y'all. Let me break something down. A lot of people don't connect this to sports. But there's a field called behavioral criminology, which is a study of how your mood, your stress, and your social environment have an impact on violence. And researchers found three big things. One, collective joy lowers aggression. That's right, y'all. I said collective joy lowers aggression. A 2011 Harvard study had found that when large groups of people experience joy at the same time, it could be a Bears win versus the Packers, right? It could be a Beyonce concert. It could be the Bulls rallies back in the day. When a large group of people experience joy at the same time, aggression is dropped significantly within 24 hours, right? Aggression drops significantly within 24 hours. That's because joy actually boosts your dopamine, and dopamine produces empathy and patience. So when a city feels better, we treat each other better. Don't blame me, blame Harvard. That's what Harvard is saying, right? The second thing researchers found is that violence is highly sensitive to your mood. Violence is highly sensitive to mood, right? The University of Pennsylvania found out that 40% of urban violence strikes, like, man, what? People popping off, 40% of urban violence strikes are connected to emotional triggers like arguments, disrespect, stress, and hopelessness. But when people are happier, those flashpoints aren't as easily ignited, right? The third thing the researchers found is that identity and belonging are violence prevention tools. Identity and belonging are violence prevention tools. So the World Health Organization, they found that when cities have a greater sense of social identity, like the Bears, baby, or neighborhood traditions, there's a lower probability of interpersonal violence, right? And in Chicago, the Bears really are the only thing that can bring all 77 communities together at the same time. So it's not just sports, it's sociology, y'all. It's sociology. Think back to 1985 when the Super Bowl Shuffle era. I can't dance, I can't do the Super Bowl Shuffle, but talk to anybody that was alive during that time. They'll tell you the city felt unstoppable, right? Even the newspapers at that time, they documented a lower level of social disorder incidents over the last decade, right? I didn't say zero, I just said lower. That's because the city has something to celebrate together, y'all. They had something to celebrate together. Think back to 2006, the Lovie Smith Super Bowl run, right? When Devin Hester took that kickoff back, man, that was almost like Caleb dropping a bomb to DJ, man. That was one of the best moments of my life, man, right? During that playoff run, CPD reported lower conflict calls during game hours than compared to non-game day weekends, right? It's not magic, y'all. It's just mood. When the Bears is 11-3, Chicago is 11-3 emotionally, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna be talking about this a lot more. I'm gonna talk about it a lot more. My name is Jamal Cole. I run an organization called My Block, My Hood, My City. Like, we believe in identity and belonging. We know exposure is key. Shout out to the Chicago Bears for supporting my nonprofit organization and a lot of other nonprofit organizations in Chicago, y'all. When the Bears are winning, violence in the city feels a lot different. Let's go!